Hello, welcome back to the Kerbal Space Center at sunset. Isn't that cool? Alright, enough enjoying the view. Time to move on. I've gone ahead and reserved a couple of missions. We've got Explore Duna, Explore Ike, Explore Eve. Stupid Eve. And we're test Rockomech's mainsail on an escape trajectory. In this one we have almost a year to do. The rest of these don't expire, which is why I went ahead and grabbed them. So the one we're going for first, oddly enough, the one we're going for first is Eve. The reason we're doing this is because we got some good science payoff here. Plus, of course, the science that we're going to transmit back. I say transmit, of course, because as we discovered in the previous series, there is no coming back from Eve. At least for me, with the parts I have unlocked. So this is what we've got. This is the Eve Probe 1. And the other thing you'll notice about it is, as we go to the launch pad, it's fairly obscene size. This should be obvious from the massive amount of tanks. Something here, let's actually go to MechJeb and see just what this vehicle looks like. Vessel info. So 680 tons with a max thrust, actually it says 0 now because nothing is activated, but a max thrust of 10,500 kilonewtons at launch. It's quite the beast of a vehicle, and the reason it is such a beast, even though we have a fairly small payload, see the payload is only this little guy up on top here with the landing legs, and there's some extra science stuck on here for in the transfer, so we can do some things while in sun orbit, in transfer, and some things in, Eve orbit. And then I can save that one for when I'm on the surface of Eve. No surface sample, no returning, so we're just going to be transmitting things back, try to get as much science as we can so that hopefully we can unlock things like the atomic rocket motor and other tools that will help us get men or Kerman to other planets. And also we want to be able to make space planes, which means we're going to need to get some of those high altitude parts and engines, intakes, that kind of stuff. So that is the purpose of this mission. And because we don't have the atomic engine, there is actually a skipper in the middle there. That's kind of the mid-size of these engines. And of course we've got a whole bunch of mainsails down there powering the launch stage. So this should move off the pad pretty well despite its weight under the power of all those mainsails down there. Hopefully this is staged right. I guess we'll find out in a minute. So without any further ado, 3, 2, whoop, go through the checklist. Let's set this up, get everything what we want, show me the fuel situation. Alright, now back to the launch pad. 3, 2, 1, lift off. Okay. Starts up a little slow, but it's going. And now I've got this, instead of in dropping by pairs, I've got these dropping by sets of 3. So hopefully we won't get excess rotation on liftoff. I've also got 2 of these extra reaction wheels on the launch stage. And I've got a few of these little vernier engines. I'm only going to use those if I absolutely have to because they do take liquid fuel and oxidizer, which is sort of an expensive RCS fuel, really, when it comes down to it, and that is going to take away from the overall delta V of the vehicle. But I do have them on this stage because I'm going to need to maneuver this last bit for, setting up maneuvers and counters and things. So that's the place where I think it'll be most useful, and I have a few extra down here, just in case I feel like I need them for launch. I actually am drifting here a bit. Try to keep this under control using just the toggling, or the gimbaling rather, of the mainsail engines themselves. Should be able to keep this in line, say, as it tries to get out of line. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're about to lose a lot of thrust. Man, maybe I should have put... Whoa! Whoa, okay. We had... Oh, no wonder it was trying to flip out of control. We had a staging issue there. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a setback. I'm gonna have to go fix that, I think. Well, I guess I can keep going. We're balanced now. Not sure what happened there. It looked like one of those wasn't feeding in or something. Obviously you saw it shoot up. Okay, well that was an inauspicious start. Hopefully that doesn't come back down on us or something. Well, oh well. Yeah. Actually, we're still having some fuel imbalance issues, so I'm going to have to take this back to the drawing board. See, that one's about to run out, that one's about to run out. That one is nowhere close. Yeah, we have a fuel imbalance issue going on here, so I'm going to have to... Yeah, well, there's a fuel line there. I don't understand. Alright, I'm going to have to go back and let's troubleshoot this really quick. Revert back to the vehicle assembly building. How the heck did that all happen? Did I run some lines the wrong way? Let's see. So this is the annoying part. Sometimes you get these things. Okay, so those are the stages. So this one is going to go first. Fuel go from here to here, and then from here into the center. That's good. And let's see. So again, the one on the left here is dropping first. Fuel's coming out of there. And then from this next one over into the center. And let's see. See, that looks okay. Maybe I'll just make this one look like the other ones. I don't think it makes a difference what element of the stack it's attached to. You know, whether it's this same tank at the bottom or whether it's attached to the orange tank, but we'll just make it look like the other ones, I guess. That seems to be staged correctly. I don't understand why you did not work last time. Well, let's give this another try. We can't let this Eve mission falter. We can't falter when we're not even out of the atmosphere yet. Come on. Come on, man. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. Checklist. Setting up the map. Guidance officer. Go. Controls. SAS is go. Full throttle. Go boosters. And 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Alright, so let's keep an eye on these. Make sure they're burning fuel at the same rate. Just passing 1800, 17, okay. See, okay, looks like we've got 3 dropping in unison now. Huh, that was odd. Okay, that's a new, that wasn't quite a return of the Kraken, but it was definitely something I wasn't expecting, so... Note to self, when making rockets symmetrical like this, make sure all the fuel lines are connected symmetrically as well. Perhaps there's a mechanic going on in the background that, you know, these tanks weren't in fact feeding one another and it's trying to trade from middle tanks or something. Whatever. In any case, it seems to be working now. We're not drifting off center. That does explain the drifting I was getting because I was horribly off balance with my fuel. So now that problem's sorted, we are going, knock on wood, we are going to Eve. And I don't know if this is a ridiculous amount of power or not enough power or what. As all my interplanetary missions have generally involved the atomic motors, and I'm not using one, so instead of the mighty 800 specific impulse, we're looking at, you know, 370 for the skipper. So that's why I've compensated in this big orange tank as the interplanetary stage. Alright, so let's lay this down. Have not had to use the vernier thrusters yet. Be kind of ashamed to throw these away without using them down here because they did cost us money, but so be it. They're kind of there for insurance. This mission's already quite expensive, so a little bit extra, not that big of a deal. And we should get quite enough payoff to make it worth it. And in any case, the payoff I'm mostly interested in is science, not the money, since I have still quite a bit of money left, even after funding this mission. In fact, I should be able to see how much money I have. Is that it there? Yeah, we still have like $500,000, so this mission was quite expensive, but we still have plenty of funds to continue to operate. And if we can develop a space plane, we can just do all those orbital rescue missions we want, and no problem whatsoever, because it'll just be fuel costs basically to rescue people. So there's some of those like that. We can do parts testing for cash. So there are ways to get cash that don't involve setting up massive missions. Like we need to get big lumps of science. I mean, I could do the, moon hopping and Minmus hopping that some people have used to max out their science in 2 missions. I know Scott Manley, among others, has done it. It's like, yeah, okay, you can unlock the whole tree and get doing things, but it's not really a space program now, is it? I mean, as a challenge, an interesting thing to try to do, but not something I'm interested in. So we're going to do this, role-playing style, real-ish style of... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Haha. Whoops. Well, I was not paying attention and jabbering on about role-playing the Kerbal Space Program Operation Laythe Flight Director. I ballsed up and went into a really unnecessarily high orbit. Okay, no problem. No problem. Actually, these boosters, these boosters should be enough to get me into a nice circular orbit. And then I can actually use this mainsail here to help kick me into interplanetary space. Actually, I wonder if I activate that RCS, does that use fuel out of those, or is it? I can't tell what fuel. See, those are those vernier thrusters. I'm going to use them a bit because this thing is still really, really heavy. And they just operate on the normal RCS controls. So quite easy to use, and they do pack a good punch. This vehicle would have been really hard to maneuver without them, so I'm glad I put those on there. It's kind of a nice tool for these, unwieldy rockets. Gives you the capability to do a lot larger things and not have to put just 1,000 little RCS linear thrusters on them or something. Alright, so preparing for a circularization burn. And go. Full throttle. Keep an eye on the stage fuel. Oh, we're going to make it. We're actually going to dump these with a little bit of fuel left, it looks like. No sense holding on to them, though, because they're just going to get in the way. Oh, wow. Yeah, there is a little bit of fuel left there. You know what? We might as well just use them to help us with our transfer. Okay, so I don't have the extending solar panels, but I do have a bunch of these fixed ones mounted up here on the lander to keep the, the probe core running. So we can afford to leave this here for a bit. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's just do this. We were going to set Eve as our target. And actually, we are not in a very good position for this. It should be behind us, I believe, because we'll end up going... We'll be farther out, so we'll be going slower than it is. Yeah, we should be behind it. So we're going to have to do quite a bit of fast forwarding. Let me show you, for those of you who have maybe not used MechJeb, one of the cool things about it is we're going to go to the maneuver planner. And if I want to go to Eve, I've got it set as my target, so I'm going to go do transfer to another planet, create the node, and it has created the node 169 days from now. So I'm going to go off camera, do some fast forwarding, because I don't want to do it from control of the vehicle, because that will end up being the longest fast forward you have ever seen at 100 times. Because I can't go much faster than that in low Kerbin orbit. But I can go back to the Space Center and fast forward from there, which is what I will do. Come back to you in just a second. And we are back, mere seconds and many months later. So we are on our last orbit before the maneuver, so we're going to get set up here with the aid of the vernier thrusters. And, yep. This, oh wow, see, without those thrusters on, this is going to be a pain. It's okay, we'll set the SAS, do some fast forward, get into position. And it still feels a little cheaty to me to use this, but, this is the same thing. We could find this stuff out. This is just the phase angle math, and honestly, I just as soon let MechJeb do the math for me. I'm still going to do all my own flying. This just makes it so much easier to calculate these nodes. Why don't I sit here and fiddle around? It was only minutes off camera instead of, half an hour trying to set this up. Alright, so we don't have a good burn time estimate though, so I'm going to go and do a test burn, and we're going to drop a lot of power through this burn too, so I have a feeling like, yeah, okay, we can wait a little bit longer. Even once we drop power, we should still end up with something like a 30-second burn. So we'll do right about nowish. Yes? Alright, just go for it. Off to Eve! Off to Eve. And also, okay, maybe I should have burned a bit earlier. On the idea that I was probably going to be doing a interplanetary mission with the mainsail non-atomic parts, I picked up another mission to test the Rockomax mainsail liquid engine on an escape trajectory out of Kerban. So hopefully this Rockomax mainsail here will have enough fuel to get us onto an escape trajectory. It sure looks like it will. Come on, give me the fuel, thank you. This game, for some reason, the right-clicking is proving problematic lately. It doesn't really make any sense to me why that would be the case. Okay. So I'm going to try to nail this one as good as I can, because this is actually our direct encounter. Maneuver. Okay. Oh, alright. A little bit more. Because a few meters per second here is going to make a big difference out at the other end of this maneuver. We'll probably still need one sort of interplanetary cleanup maneuver. That'll do for now. We're going to need a cleanup maneuver anyway, so that's no big deal. Now, we've got our mainsail on the trajectory, so I'm just going to come in here. I should just be able to right-click on it and hit Run Test. That is, if my right-clicking would work. There we go, ran the test. Hooray, we have completed the mission. Alright. Ooh, hey, actually that was worth quite a bit of science. Okay, cool. Bonus science on this mission. Excellent. Alright, see, so now what that's done is that's given us a nice nothing. It's given us a nice nothing. What the hell did that do for us? Why the hell did I listen to you, McJeb? Oh well, let's get out of... What the heck was the deal there? This is supposed to be an encounter. This is what I get for trusting it. Oh well, we'll get out of orbit here, and we'll make our corrections. And we'll see if we can't improve this unfortunate situation, because we're not getting anywhere near an encounter. Okay, I want Eve as my target, thank you. So let's try this again. Try to change. Let me use the, not match planes. Transfer to another planet, no. Fine-tune closest approach to target. And let's just set that to, let's see, on Eve, let's set that to like 100 kilometers and see what that node looks like. What? 283 days? What? This was supposed to be the encounter right now. Well, that's a good thing I was able to complete the mainsail mission, which is that one mission, or that one that was actually had a time limit, because this would be pretty annoying if we had a time limit to get to Eve and we're taking years and years to do it. Darn, I might have just been better off doing this bloody maneuver on my own. Alright, this is going to be a few minutes fast forwarding, it looks like. So, what's going on? Oh, I don't know. This does not look like a very efficient maneuver either. Look at this, we're coming down pretty steeply. Whatever. We have plenty of fuel, I think. Because we don't even need to do anything special when we get to Eve. We can just do like a direct landing and let the atmosphere slow us down. Although it has just now occurred to me something fairly embarrassing, which is that I forgot to put a parachute on this vehicle. Oh. So, yeah, this might all be in vain. But, pressing on. We are pressing on. I will not be deterred by such things as lacks of parachutes. We can hopefully just let the the atmospheric drag slow us down and use this engine hopefully for the last bit of the descent. Come Come on. I cannot believe I just forgot to do that. Well, whatever. I'm in far enough. I'm going to at least get some science out of this. And we'll get what I can at Eve. And hopefully we'll be able to land and actually complete the whole Eve exploration mission. But if we can't, well, so be it. And we'll just deal with that as it comes. Just palm to forehead moment. That's what that was right there. Unbelievable. The simplest planet to land on, if it is even the hardest one to get off of, but the simplest one to land on, all you need is, oops, I passed the node. All you need is a damn parachute, and what did I go and do? I forgot the parachute. Just, alright. Words escape me on this one. I'm fairly disappointed in myself. Alright, whatever. Let's do some science. Let's go ahead and transmit that. It's only worth 33 science when transmitted, but whatever. Can I do that one? Log the temperature? Nope, can't be done here. Well, okay, I wasted some weight carrying those things around. We will observe the materials bay, though. And we'll send that back for 55 science. You know what, I'll end up getting the rest of that interplanetary science at some point, just on a manned mission. But for now, I just need an infusion of science. Good lord, no parachutes. Oh, okay, we seem to have run out of mainsail fuel. Goodbye. Goodbye. Now we're on to the skipper. So we're actually ahead of the game in terms of completing the mission, assuming it doesn't fail in a spectacular and fiery crash at the very end. Okay, so now let's see what that actually did for us. That is not half bad. We've at least got an encounter. So it looks like in the next episode we will be able to go for our Eve rendezvous and a landing that is about to become far trickier than it should have been. You know, as I was building this thing, I had that niggling thought that I feel like I'm missing something obvious. And I went through a check. No, I got landing gear, I got engine fuel, I got the RCS, I should have plenty of control, I got all the science I could possibly want, got plenty of batteries, I got solar panels. Yeah, but the little mech jeb thing is right where my parachute should have gone. So in any case, we'll see next time just how well this works out. So, on that cliffhanger, I'd like to wish you all a good day from orbit around the sun. And it's just me and my little probe core. No crew this time. So, thank you guys for watching. If you liked seeing a video in which I totally screwed up my design, go ahead and hit the like button down here, comment, subscribe, and tune in next time. But for now, just go ahead and have yourself a good day.